if you ever needed evidence of Israel derangement syndrome, of all these, I don't know what kind of people are, they come from all walks of life. There's woke right, there's woke left, and then obviously there are Islamists and all kinds of people who are suffering from Israel derangement syndrome. But if you ever needed evidence for it, then this is the best episode to put all your doubts to rest. Chunky Yogurt, Cenk and his nephew, crazy socialist communist Hasan, they both have been banned from entering the UK by Shabana Mahmood, who's a Muslim. Okay, I wouldn't call her an Islamist, but she's a Muslim, who only a month ago did this at the behest of Britain's biggest Islamist propaganda channel, 5 Pillars. Look at them. This is 5 Pillars celebrating. Following a campaign by 5 Pillars and the Muslim community, the Islamophobic Quran burner Valentina Gomez has been banned from entering the UK by Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood. I watched their activism in real time. They were constantly tagging Muslims and other influential Muslims to tag Shabana Mahmood and force this woman to be banned, okay? But it didn't just stop there. Look at him. Look at this. Bitch got banned. Look at this. We got another one banned. Foreign extremists are not welcome in the UK. Stay where you are. We will launch banning campaigns if you try to come here. He was gloating over it. Look at this. This march must be banned. Look at this. I understand many of the speakers who were banned from entering the UK for the Tommy Robinson's hate march. I will now be addressing the hordes of racists and Islamophobes via video link. The police and other authorities should also ban this and hold Tommy Robinson as the organizer personally responsible and accountable if any of these hate mongers appear and commit any offenses. Ha ha ha, this unhinged nut job got banned. So he was gloating over it. Look at this. Looks like 5 Pillars and the Muslim community succeeded in getting the vile, unhinged, Islamophobic Valentina Gomez banned from the UK. Now Valentina for USA. You better see the blah, blah, blah. So what are you going to do, Miss Nutjob? So nobody, none of the lefties made a peep about this. And I actually said, I don't know, I couldn't find the video. I actually said, you know what? It's going to happen. The sword is going to swing both ways. It's going to happen to lefties as well. But I didn't expect it to happen this soon. So Chunky Yogurt, blood pressure patient, always angry, Cenk has been banned from entering the UK. I tried to get her on a flight to London to attend a London event and give a speech at Oxford. I've been banned from... Look at this. She's a Muslim. Shabana Mahmood is a Muslim. I've been banned for criticizing Israel. Are we free anymore? This is the guy who blames Israel for everything and gives his undivided loyalty and support to the Palestinian movement, okay? These guys are completely unhinged. He doesn't even try to appear neutral, as Mehdi Hasan tries, but Mehdi Hasan fails because we all know he's an Islamist. He tries to be woke. This is oppression of Western citizens by our own government on behalf of a different country. Have a look. Have a listen to this video. He's so pathetic. Look at him. I've been banned. These guys were celebrating.
Who can you not criticize? You can't criticize the king, right? That's the gravest offense. But apparently I can criticize the king. I can criticize the UK. I just can't criticize the actual king, Israel. Wait, is that
Israel. I just can't criticize Israel. People criticize Israel all the time. I have criticized Israel all the time. They don't just criticize Israel. They don't. They peddle all kinds of conspiracy theory, which this one being the most popular one, that the Jews run all the governments. The Jews run Australia, Britain, France, everywhere. The Jews run it. That's a horrible, dangerous, very dangerous conspiracy theory, which results in hatred towards Jewish people. We have seen a sharp increase, a spike in physical attacks against Jewish people. Just last month, 2 Jews were randomly stabbed by an Islamist in Golders Green. Last month, another Islamist stabbed multiple people in a synagogue in Manchester. In Australia, in December, we had an Islamist, a Muslim, butcher as many Jews as he could. I think 10 Jewish people died in that massacre because of this speech, because these people constantly, day in, day out, churn that vitriolic, hateful commentary about Jewish people. They do that. Now, some might say that, Harris, you're doing that about Muslims or Islam too, but I'm constantly I'm actually very careful, constantly making a distinction between Islam and Muslims. But unfortunately, sometimes you can't actually separate the two, because Muslims are hell-bent on saying that Islam is perfect. It's us who are not perfect. So Muslims actually want Muslim to be attacked before Islam is attacked. That's the psyche. I'm a former Muslim. I understand that. But this guy, he can't let go of his eternal hatred for the Jewish people. That's why he's been banned, because his narrative is spreading hate against the Jewish people. And the Jewish people are being attacked, physically attacked, left, right, and center, everywhere, all around the world.
Anti-Semitic, but you just did it. You just did it. Are you going to say that it's anti-Semitic to report the thing you just did?
No, that's not all you do. You don't just report. Your veins are always bulging. Look, this is the calmest I've seen him in years. He's always shouting and screaming at the top of his lungs. It feels like I don't expect him to change much, but I just thought that the way he reacts, the way he must be a blood pressure patient, he's just going to cark it. He's just going to cark it a lot sooner, because he just doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. He's spreading hate against the Jewish people. I am against banning people. You know what? I think he should have been allowed to go to wherever he's going and give his speech so we could react or respond to it, counter it. But you were celebrating that. It's gonna swing both ways. The axe is gonna swing both ways. I don't know if it's a proper saying or not, or expression, but I just made it up. The axe is going to swing both ways. I don't want to say the sword is going to swing both ways, because, some people are going to draw a different meaning out of that. Like, he swings both ways. So no, the axe is going to swing on you too. If you're going to ban conservative voices, then you'll fall victim to it too.
Banning me because the most powerful thing in the UK apparently is Israel, because that's the one thing you can't criticize, just like in the old days when you couldn't criticize the king.
Nah, you haven't been banned for criticizing Israel. You've been banned for peddling all kinds of horrible conspiracy theories. The Jews run this and that. They're controlling this. He's in their pocket. It's your grift, bro. So again, see, a Muslim woman, Shabana Mahmood, bans him after she has banned a lot of anti-Islam activists, including a European parliamentarian. But somehow it's the Jews' fault. It doesn't occur to him that the UK is banning people who speak about communities. So in order to appear transparent or equal or neutral, they have to do you too, because you're the other side of the coin. But no, how can he let go of this golden opportunity to blame Israel? How? Such a golden opportunity. I actually wouldn't use it, because I'm a man of integrity, but he ain't. But he's not the only one. His extremely lunatic, violent, retarded cousin or nephew, Hasan has also been banned. Have a listen to him.
Dear Hasan Doğan Piker, your UK ETA has been canceled. This means you cannot travel to the UK without a visa. This is because your presence in the UK is not considered to be conducive to the
public good. That's exactly the reason they gave to all those guests who were going to Tommy's Unite the Kingdom rally. Avi Yemeni got it too, even though he hadn't applied for it.
Public good. You cannot appeal this decision. Apply for a visa. If you still want to travel to the UK, you need to apply for a visa so we can consider your circumstances in more detail. Having your ETA canceled does not mean you will be refused a visa. I genuinely, listen, I'm going to say something. This is a warning. I hope you guys understand. The Western world and liberal democracy is a sham. And all of the supposed things that they claim to care about, they do not actually care about. We are moving into a very different timeline.
I agree. And it's happening because people from other cultures, people with other set of values have contaminated Western civilization. You cannot run a high trust society with people who have completely different sets of values, including the communists, by the way. He's a communist. I don't watch him much, but I've seen some of his videos where he said horrible things like he's a massive Mamdani supporter, and he said stain the streets of New York with the blood of landlords who jack up prices or something like that. He was basically saying that. He said America deserved 9/11. So when your foundational values take you to a point where you have no sense of loyalty, no allegiance left to the country that you live in, then that is proof that we have more ideologies, more values in our system than we can afford. And that's when you start seeing all these problems. I'm sure he 100%, well, I don't know, I don't follow him, but I'm sure he would have celebrated the banning of all those protesters, all those speakers who were going to Tommy's Unite the Kingdom rally. Even if he didn't publicly, even if there's no evidence, I'm 100% certain that he did secretly. Otherwise, he would have come out and condemned it. But I'll admit it. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. But is it good? I think neutrality cannot be maintained now. Selfishness, self-preservation. By selfishness, I mean home culture, native culture needs to dominate the discourse. It needs to dominate our legal system. It needs to dominate our bureaucracy. It needs to dominate our politics. we're not going to entertain foreign ideologies, be it Islam, Sikhism, communism, left-wing far woke lunacy, whatever that is. We're not going to entertain that. We tried that under liberal principles, but it's not working out. So if you're a communist or an Islamist who wants to overthrow our existing established system, then sorry, we're going to have to come for you. We need new laws. We need hardcore anti-communist laws. And someone was telling me there was an immigration policy in Australia. There was an immigration policy in the US after World War II where people were heavily screened. And this question was asked: are you a member of a communist party if you're coming from countries where communism was rife? And if you were a communist, you would be refused an entry. That was fine. That maintained a social order. But somewhere along the way, Western countries became too liberal and they said, it's okay. So no, purge communist Islamists. By purging, I mean deport them. We need new rules. We need new rules of the game. These guys will keep provoking. The Islamists, the communists, they only have one thing in common, which is the contempt for Western civilization or the order on which Western civilization runs. They want to destroy that. They need anarchy. It works in their favor and the favor of the Islamists. And then they want to bring out they want to create a new social order. That's it. They want to create a classless society, even though they're lunatics. He's a millionaire. He was reading Lenin, but he was wearing a Cartier's watch or something. It's just ridiculous. All these socialists, they love personal wealth. Look at this. Look at this. Cartier watch, 4,350 Canadian dollars. Oh, sorry, a ring. Sorry, not even a watch. Cartier ring. And he's reading Lenin. You can't make this thing up. These things are. Look, again, he's driven by, there's so many things, he's a public commentator, he's a public person, making money, enjoying his life, but he'll be the first one to leave if there is a true communist revolution, which is not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen because I think when things get tough, all of our countries, yes, we are constrained by our laws, liberal values, but when things get really rough, you can suspend the constitution. You can impose emergency. And at that point, things get really tough. At that point, things are really going to get tough for these people, not for us, not for Patriots. Maybe to some extent it will, but it depends who imposes, who suspends the constitution. If it's a woke lefty lunatic, then I think we're screwed. If it's the Patriots, actually, yeah, that's a very good point to ponder upon. We shouldn't really take it for granted that we're going to win. We can't, because if the socialists or the communists or the wokes, the Greens in the UK and probably Labour Party, probably Labour in the UK and Australia and the Democrats in America, if they are in power and civil unrest gets out of control, then we will be heavily disadvantaged at that point. It's going to happen. So yeah, might be touch and go. I don't know. We shouldn't really be that overly optimistic. I'm an optimistic person in general, but we shouldn't be overly optimistic. This could get really close.
Okay. This is why I constantly reiterate that fascism is here, right? Like the administration trying to deploy subpoenas against political dissidents in the United States of America.
No. They're not, again, possible traitors, basically. Whenever you challenge an existing system, it will always fight back. And these people are challenging the system. And I'm not talking about just capitalism or just rich people or that. No, they are challenging everything down to basic foundational values. America is a good example. America is a truly free capitalistic society. It owes its success to its foundational principles. Whatever you do, whenever you challenge America's foundational values, whatever you get if you succeed, whatever you get, it's not going to be the America of the founding fathers. It's not going to be that. So it's not fascism. It's just a system trying to fight itself, which as I said, it has always been in there. It has always been there. America went to civil war when they tried to change the order. America went to civil war. As I said, communists were openly discredited. I know a lot of innocent people got caught. Apparently, they got caught a lot of people got caught in the crossfire in a political practice now known as McCarthyism. We need to bring something like McCarthyism back. So McCarthyism, was it fascism? He would say fascism. We are nowhere near McCarthyism. So this is nothing new. They may present that this is something new. No, McCarthyism ensured America remains America. Again, I'm not saying it's perfect. No system is perfect, especially when you're dealing with radical ideologues like him or his ilk. It's not going to be easy. Some people are going to be mistreated. It's going to happen. That's just the nature of the game. But if we want to preserve our system, then we're going to have to sooner rather than later, have to deal with this. Something like McCarthyism is well in the cards.
Or the UK that's like completely captive to the interests of pro-Israel advocacy organizations. Like they are moving in a way, and this is the liberal government, right? The Labor government is supposed to be the liberal government doing this, and the American government is the right-wing government doing it. Like we are in the 1930s era where
1930s era. See, they go to Hitler. I just told you, no, a lot harder steps have been taken in the past than what is happening now. And as you said, like it's a lefty government. It's the left's fascism on conservative voices playing out because, as I said, they want to appear neutral. They didn't want us saying that, hey, you banned those people, but how could you let them in? They don't want to hear it. So this so-called fascism is being driven by these people.
I think that the administrations in both the UK and the United States of America, regardless of like their supposed ideological differences.
And look, and again, the original point was Israel derangement syndrome. He's blaming the Jews. Jews have no influence on the Labour Party in the UK. Very little. That is clear. Labour in the UK cares more about Muslims than the Jews.
Are absolutely moving as a uniparty. And things are going to get even worse from here on out. Jewish groups call on UK to bar dangerous Hasan Piker amid anti-Semitic attacks. And they did.
Yeah, because Five Pillars did the same with anti-Islam people. Anyway, I have a video of Hasan Piker. I've been told it's an interesting video. Hasan Piker confronted by Frank Scales. Let's see. Yeah, see, there you go. He's being confronted on the soak the streets comment.
You said soak the streets in capitalist blood. Kill them. Kill those motherfuckers. And murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their red capitalist bloods, dude. What did that mean?
It's called LARPing.
What does that mean? Should people take you seriously?
Live action role play.
Should people take you seriously?
Just hyperbole amongst friends.
You say hyperbole a lot, but when are you being serious versus hyperbolic?
You got to make that decision on your own.
So it's really, if you get blowback, you just say you were being sarcastic or hyperbolic.
Really, I think there's a lot of blowback to virtually everything that I'm saying. Unfortunately, by the likes of people like yourself, it is what it is. It happens.
Are you evading responsibility for your words?
No, not at all.
Did you work with the Cuban government?
Excuse me. You're excused.
Hasan, did you work with the Cuban government? Hasan, are you working with foreign governments?
Don't want to talk about
Hasan, did you work with the Cuban government? What are you doing, mustache? Look at this. Look, why is your guy getting violent with me? Why is your guy trying to steal my mic?
Violent? Get out of here. Giving you a comment. That's not violent.
I'll get one more video.
Have any personal contact with Roy Singham or any of these other people? I mean, I know some of these people. They're wonderful people in general. They're activists. I don't know anything beyond what is readily available information, but none of it is actually hidden or illegal in any way, shape, or form.
Fox News Digital says I have a subpoena, but I've yet to be served one. So I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know. I don't care about this. So that's Israel derangement syndrome for these people. And again, he's LARPing, as he said. This is called LARPing. I think he's LARPing. And I'm giving you a genuine reason why this has happened. It makes perfect sense. They first banned anti-Islam critics. Now they had to ban anti-Jewish critics, which they're not, because they peddle conspiracy theories. We're not peddling conspiracy theories. I am showing evidence. Every video contains evidence, visual evidence, the strongest evidence of all. And they've been peddling lies about Israel. There's famine there. Yet all I see are fat people walking around. They say so many people died when their own number says 70,000 people died and 30,000 of them were Hamas operatives. So lies, all lies, which results in hatred towards the Jewish people. And we've seen that. So, yeah. So they're, I would be lying if I said that I didn't enjoy it. Of course I did enjoy it, but that's the world these people have created. So have fun. I can't go to the UK, I think. I wouldn't be able to go to the UK either.